are you doing today?
I am doing well, pretty well.
How has your knee been feeling?
Well, it's been better. Um, since I received that shot in my knee, it has taken the pain away. And it's really nice not to have it hurting. But it seems like I feel the bone on bone because I can hear the noises in my knee. Um, and to walk around the mall or to take a walk, um, it seems like it's quite an effort, even though it doesn't hurt. But it seems like I'm putting quite a bit of effort in to make the distance. But I do it, and it really doesn't give me pain. But I'm tired when I'm done.
Do you feel like what you're doing right now is too strenuous on your knee?
Whenever I have to walk up many stairs, or especially walking out in the snow now, it seems like I'm nervous about making steps if I don't have something to hold on to, or going to a car door. If I don't, I'll usually hold on to the car to make sure that I don't feel like I'm going to fall. So I think I really don't know how much strength that my knee has, but I did notice when I tried to stand on one leg, it really hurt, and it was hard to stand on that one leg alone. And so, as far as pain, it hasn't been hurting me that much, but as far as strength, I'm concerned about it.
So, would you say that your balance is compromised because your knee doesn't feel strong enough?
Yes, I'm a little worried about my balance, and so I like to know that I've got someone that I could hold on to if I need to. And it seems like sometimes it feels stronger than others. But if I'm feeling kind of weak and kind of tired at the end of the day, then I'm concerned about my balance.
What are your thoughts on trying to use a cane for a little while you build up some more strength in that knee?
I have a cane that I can use, but to this point I haven't felt like I've needed it. But if I'm unsure of myself, it would probably help me. And it's something that I can put away when I don't need and just use it when I do, because it's a lot better than a fall.
What makes you not want to use the cane?
Oh, I'm just probably my pride, or just not feeling that I want to take it on and depend on it, thinking that I want to. This gives me incentive to try to strengthen my leg, and so that's probably what stopped me from it.
So you're feeling that you can get your knee stronger, or your knee will get stronger if you try using it without the cane.
I have thought that. That's just kind of what I've thought, that if I don't use the cane, that will help me have to put more pressure on it and do things that will help me to strengthen my knee, but I don't know. And then down the road, I am just wondering if the doctor said that I am ready for a knee replacement, because I'm bone on bone, and that's what's causing the pain. This shot that I had is helping with that now, but it will be wearing off. And so I talked to the doctor about everything that concerns me about getting a knee replacement. But he said, no amount of exercise. I've tried getting prosthetics for my shoes. I felt like one leg was um, shorter than the other, so I was trying to get something built up, but nothing was taking the pain away. So when I went back to my knee specialist, he says none of those things will take the pain away because I'm bone on bone. But with a knee replacement, then it would definitely take away the pain, and it could help me move much better. So I know that not everyone has success with them, and so I wanted to make sure that I really needed one before I did it, and now I'm feeling like I'm getting there.
Like you're getting to the point you are going to need a knee replacement
for pain and for movement. So
I think if your doctor's suggesting that might be the way that you may need to go, even though that's kind of a hard bite to swallow.
Yeah.
Especially because of your age, and the recovery is going to take longer.
Yeah. That's what I'm feeling, and I turn 75 next month, and I really do feel like I'm in pretty good health other than my knee, and so I feel like this will give me more chance for movement and to be able to do all the things that I enjoy doing if I would go ahead with a knee replacement. So that's what I've been feeling. Now I'm trying to decide when I would want to do it, that where I'd have time for the recovery time. I'm thinking sometime within the next year.
I think that's a great idea.
I think so, and I've really tried everything that I've known to try. I went to physical therapy, and I was able to strengthen my leg, but now I'm really feeling a weakness in this knee that I haven't felt before, and I feel like it's probably I'm going to have it replaced.
You know, sometimes, especially as our bodies get older, they just can't heal themselves like they could when we were younger. And then we have to rely on things like surgeries and things like that to help restore our bodies back into what they were when we were younger. And that's not a bad thing.
No, I don't think so. As long as it works well for me, and you are taking a chance. But I had an easy time with my hip replacement that I had. It's been almost 10 years ago after a fall, and that has been a real lifesaver for me. And so I know that my body's good to respond to this, but I've just wanted to make sure that it was needed.
So winter is coming up now, and I kind of want to go back to the idea of using a cane because it's really slippery outside, and if you were to fall because your balance is off because of that knee, you have a whole new problem to deal with, and it's going to delay that knee even further.
Yes.
So I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about using that cane. What are your biggest barriers? We talked about the pride, and we talked about you thinking that you could get that knee stronger without the cane. but the cane is not, it's not going to be a peg leg for you. It's not replacing your knee. It's just something to steady you. It would be the same as holding onto a car or a rail or
someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm really glad you brought that up to me, because this year, this coming year, we're going to be in St. George for a few months, and it seems not too much of a problem there because there's not ice and snow. But the cane that I have now, I would not want to use because it's one that I had after my hip, and it's very obvious. But I think I will look for a cute little cane that I like. It's a design that's kind of nice, and have that in case. I think that could save me from a fall. And with my hip, I cannot fall. That's terrible to have one on that side. And I think that's what I need. So I'm going to get one.
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
For you.
I think so.
Try out.
Me too. Oh, I appreciate this. Sometimes you just need to talk it out with someone.
Yeah.
You have feelings and you think about it, but you don't want to be embarrassing to your husband, or you don't want to embarrass your kids or your grandkids. But shouldn't embarrass me. It should make me feel like it's a good step to save me from a fall.
Yeah.
And to help me.
It's really important to prevent falls.
Yeah.
Especially when you get older, because bones just get more frail. And falls just get more risky. There's a lot more on the line.
Yeah.
Especially if we're focusing on that knee. If we put a fall in there, that's going to push the knee a lot further back. So, should we set up a goal to maybe this week you can look for different types of canes and see what kind might work for you?
I think that's a good goal. You know, I've been kind of sometimes you'll go into stores and they have some, or you'll go into a gift shop and they've got some hand-carved ones, and I will go and look, and I kind of got in my mind what I thought that I would like to take when I felt like I needed to get one. And so I think that I will put that on my Christmas list.
That's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea too. I think you've talked me into it.
Is there anything else that you're concerned about?
Not much. I've had a couple of hammer toes, and I've got a bunion that hasn't hurt me, but does wear my shoes out faster, and that concerns me. But it seems like the more that I do to help my feet, the less that's affecting me. So,
your knee?
No, the bunion on my foot. Yeah. And that's been kind of in my concerns. I've been, on my diet, I try to keep it I let myself eat pretty much what I would like to eat, but I try to stay somewhat healthy. But I've been trying to keep myself to 200 calories for treat calories.
Okay.
And that helps me manage my weight. I haven't gained any weight. And with walking and getting the exercise that I need, it keeps me going pretty good. And so if I can get my knee taken care of, I'm going to be in pretty good shape.
How is your knee holding up with the amount of walking that you're doing?
It does well, especially since I had that shot. It's been a bit better, other than I get tired sooner. But at 10,000 steps, I am done.
Yeah.
I'm tired. It's usually at the night, and I don't take real long walks at a time. I kind of space them out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like that's something that I'm doing to keep me more mobile. And I don't think it's hurting my knee, but I wouldn't want to crease it anymore. That seems to be a good limit for it.
Do you do 10,000 steps each day?
I do them 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And then weekends, I usually get around 5,000 steps a day, but
That's a nice break.
it's a break. And I really like having that break because it gets me ready to start on Monday and up to the 10,000 again. So that has just been something easy for me to maintain. But and I like it. Gives me a chance to walk with my husband, and he likes to get some exercise too. So
Yeah.
it works well for me. Good.
We still have 4 minutes of interview.
Okay.
And I'd like to talk to you about the places that you walk when you walk, especially because of your knee.
Mm-hmm.
Are you walking on sidewalk, flat ground, gravel, dirt?
Especially in the winter, I'm mainly walking on sidewalks or in the mall.
Okay.
We used to go to the gym, but that just seems awfully boring. And so I like to go to the mall. And then when we need to go look at something at a big store, that gives me lots of steps. And but it's usually always on a finished surface.
Okay, so you like to go mostly indoors.
Yeah, I do. And then outside, if the weather's not too bad. Like walking to a neighbor's house or around the block if the weather's good. But if it gets much below 40, then I'd rather be inside. And when we go down to St. George, I will be walking on some trails, but they'll usually be finished trails.
Okay.
But that seems to be safe, especially if I have my cane this time. That will be a real safety feature. If I should stumble over something, then I'd have my cane to catch me.
I like that idea to be walking on surfaces that are finished, especially if your knee is making your balance a little bit off. I wouldn't suggest to go on trails that have bigger rocks or things like that.
Yeah, now see, last year it seemed like that I could handle the little rougher trails. But this year, now I'm really down to bone on bone. The finished trails seem the best for me.
Do you go walking with somebody else?
Always.
That is really important that you always have someone else with you while you go.
Now when I'm in a store, I like to go by myself and just, of course it's been Christmas shopping and I'm looking for certain things. I don't feel that necessary there. I'm not taking that biggest steps. But when I'm outside, I like to be walking with another person. Just makes me feel safer.
At a store, because you're in a public place, you're right, it's not as necessary to have someone else. But when you're outdoors or somewhere that's not public and there's not other people around, you should have someone else with you.
that seems to be how I feel. It just comes natural to me.
Mhm.
And when I broke my hip, I was walking on a very, um, they had trimmed the trees there in the Dominican Republic, and there were tree branches everywhere. And I wasn't holding on to my husband's arm. He was ahead of me, telling me to hurry. And I put my foot forward and stepped on the seed pod that was very slippery. And it took me right down to the ground and it broke my right hip. And since then, I have tried to walk with someone and be close enough that I can take on a hold of their elbow if I need. And so I kind of picked that up from when the incident where I broke my hip. So I feel safer when I'm not walking by myself.
Yeah. Well, to kind of finish off our session, can you relay back to me your goal for this week?
I'm going to go out and look for a cane, and I want one with a good rubber tip, and I want something just a little higher. I'm tall, and it seems like I need just a little more height than some of the canes that they have out there. So I will probably ask them that sell the cane if they could fit me for one.
That's
so
a good idea.
I'm getting the right size for me. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to consider that my Christmas present to myself, to get a cane that will make it safer for me when I go places.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel in your ability to accomplish this goal this week?
I feel very comfortable with it. I'm not really busy this week, so I've got time to go out and look. And we don't seem to mind going shopping because it adds to our steps. And so I'm quite confident I will accomplish this week.
Perfect. I would like to see you back in a week.
Okay.
Would you like me to check in with you throughout the week on your goal? And if so, how would you like me to do that?
I think by Friday, I would like you to just drop me a little text and ask me if I have accomplished my goal yet. And if I haven't, that gives me Saturday to do it.
Okay, should we meet
After? Yeah, after.
Let's meet Saturday next week.
Okay, that sounds good.
Thank you, Joy. Have a good week.
Thank you so much.